The answer to the world. The answer to the world. If I hold this board up this way, I'm going to back up a little bit. I can run from this corner all the way down into that corner. This board is square. You see it as rectangular. We have the answers to everything in the world, and the answer lies in many places. It can even lie in a lie. That's right. Even in the lies are the answers. Because if I don't tell the truth and I tell a lie, and you know the truth. So I told you the lie, you know the truth. You just know. Everything is about what you know and what you know you don't know. What you believe is missing, what you can create from what you do not see, or what you do see, but you just have no need for the usage of what you see. The voided space of 8, but you only use 1. The voided space of 4, you only use 5. You're not looking at 2 because 2 is down when 5 is up. And 1, 3, 4, 6 is all around. When 1, 3, 4, 6 is all around, and you're 2, 5 Earth, that means DC is in between that structure, that is in between that 7, that is in between the 2, 5, which is in between the 1, 6. And it is ironic that ONE, or Neo, has a numeric value of 34. So let's call it Blue Democrat. Blue 40. Democrat. Blue 40. 34 is a numeric value for cold. C-O-L-D. Cold, okay, has a reduced value of 3, 6 equals to 9, L3 equals to 12, D4 equals to 16. Ironic that number 6 has a value, numerical value of 2 and 5. It is ironic that both 6 equals to number 25 and 1 equals to 34. And it's ironic that they fit right in the center of numbers. How ironic is that? And how ironic is that the blue stands with, or the use is of the demolition, democratic, anything to do with DE, which has to do with the sun and the gateway to 66, the star system of the king. I'm going to show you a little bit on here. I hope I don't get lost in all this information that's passing through my mind. Queen number 26, king number 41. 2 and 4 go together, 1 and 6 go together. Numeric value of 1 equals to 34. Numeric value of 6 equals to 52. What is between 1 and 6? 25, 34, 7, 7, 7. How ironic. And 34. How do we create 34? 6 by 4, 24. 6 plus 4, 10. Now, since we have 34 and there was a 10, including a 0, add 6 equals to 40. Now we can create our own blue, because the word blue, B-L-U-E, equals to a total letter count in the junior letter counting system for when you are born, A, B, C, D, all the way to Z, 26, 2 and 6, 8. Our alphabet is 1 through and passing 9 twice, but ending up on 8. Is the reconnect is the one spirit that passes through the 8 heavens, 1 and 8 void. Is the heaven that circles the gem that's all around? What circles our cells? What envelops our cells? Let's just continue on. So now that we have blue and we have with it, we have cold. Then if we have cold, we have opposites. We have hot, number 27, when a big red sun, 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 equals 14 and 9. And you now have the word N, or the letters N and I. Remember I said a word before and it was Neo, N-E, right? N-E-O. N and O is pi. Eno. You can, yeah, I can make a joke and say Eno is the, I can't believe people leave while I'm doing this most amazing video. Just the most amazing video. It's all about numbers. Step right in. It's all about the numbers talking. I am the voice for the numbers. You don't like my voice? I'm sorry. Or I'm not. Or I can't help it. Or I can't change it. Or why am I wasting my time trying to say I'm sorry and I'm not when I have something to do? You showed up to the show. I did not show up to the show. You showed up to the show. You became present. I came to your town and you came to see the show. And that show is me. And if you're not happy with anything I say and the way I say it, I need to know so I can correct this. Because the show that I give to you that you came to see is all about you being able to see the truth of the show that's going on in front of you all around the world. Everything that is enveloped around the world on every level, from the cities that are closest to you to the outstanding areas that are further away to the outstanding areas. These are the circles of your straight walking points on dots and lines and directions that we go, standing for what does the queen and the king do. The queen can only go all the way down from one end to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The queen can go 11 spaces. But if she starts here. Now, if the queen starts here, the queen can only move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. Because that's the way the queen goes. 5, 5, 5, 5. What am I doing? I'm here talking about what is the truth. And if we don't start at the nitty gritty, the simplest things of what is the truth, then how can we ever learn what is and to dissect and to understand what the truth is? And if you see in this board over here that the center of everything is red, so they are following the ABC system if the center is red. Why? Because 5 is red, 5 is the center of the cube. But what if I should be going this way with 9? So I got red. Do you follow where I'm going with this? Right off of the roulette wheel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, red and black. Now the king is very special, and I'm going to explain to you really quick, then I'm going to go on and mix things up a little bit. The king, if the king starts here, or the queen, like you can take either, we have to do both. The king can go here, 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 from here. There is 1, 2, see this over here? Like, look at that. Look at that distance. It's got to go all the way over here. So is either a square 8, right? Square 8, or is it a diamond 8? Once you go over here, the diamond 8. See, when I go here, am I breaking any territories when I go here? But I'm breaking a territory between this one and this one when I go from this one and this one. So is it the diagonal that breaks the territories? I mean, the board, is it supposed to be this way, or is it supposed to be this way? I don't know. I don't know which way to start this, right? So I'm just holding it this way. It's easier to see. So there might be an illusion, and the illusion now is I lost the center of the board. Is the center of the board still here? Wait, if this was the center of, wait a second. No, this is the center of the board. Wait a second. See, the center of the board is the red, right? All the way red, all the way down, center of the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, there is no center of the board? Really? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Here is 66, and here is 66, creating 88. Now, I mean, sometimes you look at this and say, hey, Mr. Nobody, hi, what's going on? This is the truth. This is the reality. This is how we're going to learn to read how things were created. But we're so far behind. This all has to be what I'm teaching now, or what I believe I'm teaching now, or what I believe I'm learning, that I'm just explaining what I see, that you can teach yourself and then teach me to teach this computer so we can read what this is actually telling us. From points and dots and dashes and stars and circles that are all around us. 4 square center. Yes, 4 square center. Absolutely. So this 4 square center, So this is Mars, right? Mars has to have a 4 square center because Earth does not. Earth only has a 1 square center. So chess, or you want to go checkers, would be all about Mars. But now I ran into a problem. This board is way bigger than a chessboard. This is not 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I got a 12 by 12, 144. So the only thing I know that's 144 is 12 by 12 or 12 by 12 in rotation, because there's a hidden sign in 12. I'll explain it to you in 1 second. And 3 times 4 equals to 12. 2 times 6 equals to 12, telling me the queen DC. If I want to fling back to the beginning, we all know that we've learned in chess through the rules that we're told to play by, that the queen goes diagonal. She only can create a 4-way. That is where Mars comes in, and the single slash of the unicorn $sign. The king, okay, can go 8 ways. He is now representing Venus, DNA of the sun. He is representing Ra. Where is Venus? Excuse me. Venus, the 7th gate. Why did, hold on a second. 1 and 8. No, representing, sorry, Mercury. Ra, Mercury with Neptune. Or, hold on. 1 and 8. Mercury with Neptune, or Pluto with Venus. Did I get that right? No. Hold on a second. Yes. What I'm doing is, since I'm associating 1 with the first planet, I need to associate 1 with the last planet, and that would be Pluto. Since I'm associating the 8th void with the 8th planet Neptune, I must associate Venus as the 8th planet as well. So I get 2 8 in the cycle, and the cycle of man, the cycle to the moon, the cycle to the menstrual cycle. 19 is the spirit. We didn't have 19. We did have 9, but we didn't have 19. But 2 and 8. Sorry, did I get that right? Then you see, this gets complicated now, because I went from 1 to 8, ending up on 2. I have 2 and 8. And I started at 1, so I have 1 and 9. So I have 19 and 18, 37. I now have the spirit with Ra. 19, 28. And it also fits, what I just said also fits into Rotas Sator, if I can remember correctly. 19 and 28 equals to 47, time of Jesus on the cross, running through 57, the moon, created by the reverse of what Mars is, number 51, reverse 57, which actually says Heinz, but also the numeric value stands for moon, and creates the flag with H, I, and Z of Great Britain, and Union Jack, equaling to numerical value 7337, connecting to Nibiru, which is the 2 letters beginning with NI. Now, I was talking about Neo, red, DNA, Nus. Sun backwards says hour. Why are we always reading in English everything? Why are we always reading in English? You were born 8/28. I was born August 28th, so it will be your birthday in 20 days. My middle name is 5, but 7 letters. Hold on. Your middle name is 5. The name of your middle name is 5. You would be John 5 Quinton Weiss III. Is that correct? Well, that would make sense, because 3, 5, and 7 all fit together. I mean, 88 is 7. 77 is 5. 66 is 3. That's the way it works in numbers. Don't tell me these are the true truths. I mean, it's so silly, but that's what it is. Because when you get to this age, it becomes silly looking back at silly little things. But when you're a kid, you're going, oh my God. Well, guess what? I think I still got that kid inside of me, because for me, it's, oh my God, I can't believe it. Look at that. Look what it says. It's so exciting. It says something, the truth. I finally get to live the truth of something that I'm learning from wherever it is, because I know my ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. And thank you very much for someone to teach me. That's why I must have failed English in school. I needed reason, not treason in the words, reason. So when we go back to the chessboard, right? 8, 8 is the same thing. Did I get that right? Because it's not 9. right? So we end up with the king gets 8 and 1. We're going to do that again. I'm going to put down the board. See if I can get my book out. So we had the one, okay, we have the 1 dot and the 6. So it's 63 and 81. 1.8 void 3 void 8 dot. The king on the chessboard can be in either one of these positions. Okay, but this is chess. Chess, the center is 4. Did I write that correctly? I'm learning right now. I'm learning. So if you're seeing this, I'm learning too. So this is the king. Just 1 second here. I have to think. This is the king. The center is 4 areas. An area equals to 25. Remember that. An area equals to 25. I know in all my videos I've always been saying every dot. Remember the dots. Okay, the dots. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. Conviction. When you have reason because of what you were taught and you add properly, you are with conviction to find what the actual answer is equaling to the truth. You will learn and you will put everything where it goes in your language to understand what your words actually really mean, what the relative directive of every word used in each situation. We need a computer to figure this out. But this equals to 45. When you add 1 and 9, it equals to 10. When you add 2 and 8, it equals to 10. When you add 3 and 7, it equals to 10. And when you have 4 and 6, it equals to 10. And this is your 40 blue. This is your 34. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals to 24, equals to 10, equaling to 34, and 14. Because there is a 10, you will now go 34 plus 6 equals to 40. Because there is a 10 and you're minusing it, you're going to minus 16, and this would be 0, 8. This will be minus 16 over here. Otherwise, if you're adding, it's plus 6 or minus 16. So when we look at this, okay, for my own world and reality, I can go to the trains in Monopoly and call the first train just after go is the 6th one. I don't know the names of it. Is it reading? And then the second train, because all the trains are on 6, 16, 26, and 36. Okay, female. Trains running down the tracks 11, but all those lines in between, I'm not really sure what they're trying to say right now. So we did all this. We got this. We got the king. We know if we're going to create all the directions of the king, okay, we're going to have to do this and put the king in the center. I have no choice. I can't play him from anywhere else, because if I played the king from the actual direction of the 4 square on the chessboard, okay, and I put the king here, the king only has 3 moves. Here the king has 8 moves.
3 moves and 8 moves. These are obligations. This is Mars, this is Earth. And it's dictated to us through this design over here, because the numeric value for Mars is 51. And the artwork to go with it, because we blend things together, why would I keep it apart? Even if I kept it apart and put it here, if you looked on a certain angle, you wouldn't be able to actually see the one. It would actually end up over here, and you would see a completely different design. And the numeric value for Earth is 52. So I'm going to do this. Whoop, that's wrong. Okay. So now you can ask yourself another question. You see, everything stretches out and it touches other points. Now, is this one of the reasons, or can it be one of the reasons why in Roman numerals you'll have a V minus the 1 and you'll have a V plus the 3? The V minus the 1 might be talking about Mars. I don't know. Maybe. But the V plus 2 might be talking about Earth. So what would they be talking about altogether? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now they're talking about Pluto. 4, 8, 5, 6, 7 have to come together this way. That's just the way it is. So this is the center. These two come together. And now we're talking about the moon and Pluto inside of this. And all of that came from trying to understand, what if the king did this? 3 moves and 8 moves, total of 11 moves. And this is electric company, mathematically. Now, let's move on, and we're going to talk about the queen. By the way, the numeric value for king is 41. Now, at the beginning of this video, for those who showed up late, we were talking about how 1 and 6. And don't forget that S letter, right? Whoops, sorry about that. I didn't know the camera wasn't on it, and a little bit of light missing. But that S letter, if you're a French person, okay, if you just listen or can't listen, you might misinterrupt it as S. Which way do you want to go? This in French is said, I think, as est. So this is your S letter. So you can almost lose yourself in it. In English, it's east. Now in French, or in English, they go west, which is a continuation. But, okay, in French, okay, it's O-U-E-S-T is west. So constantly they're using the same abbreviations for going in directions. And not only, but these letters are going to take you to the 14th, the 05th, and the 23rd letter. So it's ironic that the S, okay, should reflect all of these letters. Why? Because 1 and 4 equals to 5. 2 and 3 equals to 5, and news is 555, which is a representation of Earth and Mars mathematically. 5 times 5 times 5 equals 125. The 15th letter is O. The 25th letter is Y, and that is yo. That is for the student. Now we come into the game of the 7th gate, which they throw the dice, and there's all kinds of numbers on the board and ways you get paid out telling other stories. This is also what I call RAM. RAM is a reverse. How many rams you got? Well, I don't know. Where are you from? Okay, so if we're talking about rams over here, how do I get to this? Because the numeric value for Mars is 51, as I stated over here, and the numeric value for Earth is over here. And it's ironic that we use this in our money system for many, many years. Yeah, we started with number 34. Yes, we're 1 and 6, where it's ironic. Okay, first of all, this is an expression of pi. These two over here, the 14th and 15th letter, and there's a lot of mathematics that go with that too. Very important, 14 and 15, October 4th and November 3rd. And it also reverses to October 13th, October 22nd, October 31st, January 4th, January 13th, January 22nd, and January 31st. And the reason for that is how numerically all these numbers still add up to, I don't care if it's 1-4 or 4-1, it's communication, and it rides through the king of the 8th way of the three-way of creation, electric company. 3 times 8 equals to 24. 3 plus 8 equals to 11. This mathematically will create a numeric value of what is BC. Okay, we'll create a number 5. This will create 68. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 68. This is the house planet. It's created by the numeric value of the cat. This is created, the number 5, the number 5, the number 9, and the cat all have this numeric value, which creates 6 and 8 equaling to 14 and 48. And the numeric value for that is 62, and that will explain the queen. So we're always going to advance. What is number 14? The DNA is the son of where? From Pluto. What's in between that? 5, 6, and 7 equals to 18 Ra. Equals to 18 Ra. So it began over here in 18 Ra. Well, what was in between this? What's in between this? Well, number 1 equals to 34, and that's dead center to the separation of 1 and 6. And it is an even amount of numbers, right? Where would you put the king in this situation? And 6 equals to the number 52. So they both, this one envelops this one, or this can be the donut hole to where 2 and 5 envelops it, all enveloped by 1 and 6. And numerically, they all fit together, showing you in the East is the birth. Why? Because this is a Roman numeral. And this stands for 5. It's almost like telling me I'm in Mars X. X also can stand for 2 things, and we've done this before. X is Roman numeral 10. X is also the 24th letter in the alphabet. This will revert to 17Q. This will revert to 3. So 17Q, hold on a second. 17Q, 1 and 7 is 8. Where is the reverse? Where was I again? Oh my God, don't lose me. 17Q, number 10. Okay, and this is 3. Okay, and this is 3C. And where do we find it? 3C. And now they fit back together again. The whole story talks about each other on its own. I don't practically have to do anything. I don't know what it means because I'm going a little too quick. I'm going to stop to read the comments right now. I'm going to get something to drink, and I'm going to come back. And I'm really sorry if I go this quick. It's as fast as it comes into my head. Is if I don't deliver it, I'm going to forget it. The river don't stop for me. I got to throw my line in and fish it out. You know the Jesus fish. You throw the line in, you fish it in. It's too small. You throw it back. You got a small word. Just says at and in and at and where and who knows what until it tells me the whole story. So I keep throwing back all the small fish. The Jesus fish. And they're all in schools. And if they're all in schools and we play the game of the 7th gate, they're always screaming out to the student, yo, Alev, yo, Alev. It could mean wake up, and Alev means student from school. And we're all the children of God, the orphan children. Morpheus told us that story. But you didn't know, and I couldn't know because we didn't understand the word they chose. All we needed is to understand it, like it's orphelin. If you look up right now while I go get a drink, orphelin roulette, you will see specific numbers and add up their totals. And when I come back, you might see a different story. The king and the queen, I haven't done the queen yet, but I don't like to run anything by abstract. There's got to be a reason to have the conviction. Do you need reason to have conviction? You only have conviction because of reason. Now you question your reasoning. The thing about reasoning and having convictions is that when you're right and they're wrong, they turn your back towards you. They shun you away. And when they're mighty and powerful, they do everything to push you to the ground.
This is today's reality. To know exactly what's happening, we don't need the advertising. We don't need the advertising and sales. We need the truth. Don't tell us a story. We need the truth. We need the truth so bad, so bad, so bad. But it doesn't matter. You won't believe anyways. How can you believe the truth? How can you believe the truth? Wherever the stronger conviction has become in the promoting of something becomes the understood truth of what the majority believes. Imagine it's a majority that believes. Do you believe in peanut butter? Do you believe in Peter Pan? What do you believe? And it's even mentioned in our religions. What do you believe? Have you seen it? In fact, our religions actually tell us about believing. The word croix or croire in French is not only for a cross, but when it's translated into English, it means believe. And when you say, I believe, you're actually saying je croire, which means in your language, I'm on the cross. But if you switch it from English to French, it actually says Jewish. So what do you think now? So now I'm going to show you a design without conviction. I'm not going to like it until I can find reason to have conviction. So I'll just do this and just do that and run it like that. Okay, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So there's nothing there. It looks ugly. Okay, so now sometimes, oh, this wasn't painted well. Maybe I'll make the top and I'll just fill it in really black, right? Maybe it'll be better black. So what you do, you have to put a little bit of depth in it. And you give it reason. You're going to have reason. I'm just doing this for the fun before I go back on to the queen. Somebody has to remind me of the queen. I just want to see what's going to come out of this. I'm looking for myself. I'm looking for myself. I'm just relaxing. I'm trying to rehash what I went on before. So we did the king, right? Oh, yeah, we did the king. We didn't do the queen. Hold on. I just want to do this. This is just for me. This is not to impress anybody but myself. Just want to see what's going on here. I'm going to get back with it. I just feel, just for some reason, I just feel like doing this. I've never done this before. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I just feel like doing it. So did I ruin it yet?
Okay, I just wanted to see. Okay, we're stopping. Okay, let me finish the video. So we did the king. Okay, we did the king off the chessboard. We saw the way it moved into Earth. We went from Mars into Earth for movement purposes only. Do you follow what I'm saying? The board is an 8x8 board. You do not have a center. If I went to a 9 board, that would be a big difference. If I went to a 9 board, actually, if I went to a 9 board, it wouldn't really change anything because the king can't move anywhere than this once the king's in a corner, right? I mean, the queen is different. We're going to do the queen now. Oh, I didn't read all that. 144, 12 equals 3. Yes. Are you still here, John? Because when the 12 equals to the 3, there was something else I wanted to do with that. I also wanted to go 12. I don't like the pens anymore. They bend too much, and I'm forcing them. 12 minus 3 equals to 9. So that would be Angel 10 AD. AD because you count from 1 through 4, and it equals to 10. 10J, reverse is Q, right? So the reverse of Q is J. So who controls J? Q. So what happens with the queen? Okay, again, we're still in Mars. This is still Mars, and I still must create an even larger playing field. I'm going to create a larger playing field for the queen. Okay, so maybe I should make it bigger. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm going to move this over. And okay, we're going to go Monopoly, and we're going to go Monopoly, and chess. We can do checkers also. There's other games also that work, okay, for checking this calculation out. If I start the queen over here, that's the queen's value, 622, 622 equaling to V equaling to life of D, life 10, in which I didn't explain to you in the last video as we did East, okay? East is also noted as STE, as in saint, female and male, ST and STE, being female, ST with the E, because female creates the 5. It's created from 11, which is created from 1 and 1. Creation of 1 and 1. If I create 2 dots over here, and you play a game of whatever game you want, and you say to the blind man rolls the dice, you tell him 1 and 1, he marks down 1 and 1, he figures you got 6 and 5, 11. Some simple mistake, right? So yes, the 39 representing the angel, representing the painted sky, representing Saturn, representing the east, and here in French it's representing the west. And in west, in French, this, I don't know why all my life, but it means location. Okay, 15 and 12. And when I look at this, I always look at 6 and 3, which is how do you create the 6 and 3? It tells me the birth in the heavens, because it's 9 times 4 equals to 36, and it's 8 times 4.5, which means, and it's telling me it's coming from the birth system of 14 from the queen, 4.5 if you want. It's coming from the Fox Pass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals to 45. When you add them together, it totals 10. 1 through this here, when you add them together, as I showed you, it totals 10. In each category, okay, here is where Rhoda Sater comes in, the cycle of man and the birth. And when you crisscross it, okay, it becomes like this. When we crisscross it, because here is the void, right? I forget why 2 came with 9. Oh, yes, when we're starting with Pluto. Okay, reverse planets. Reverse planets. That's what I was doing. So reverse planets, both of these become 1, and reverse planets, both of these could become 2. So here becomes the birth, and here becomes Ra, created through Venus, Venus Ra. And now these are all going to be documented over here, telling us crisscross stories. The crisscross story is, how do you create each number? 7 and 1 is 8. 3 and 5 is 8. 2 and 6 is 8. 5 and 4 is 9. 6 and 3 is 9. So whatever here is to create, right? Now this dice cube is the fabrication of this, because the total area spaces for this is 9, or this is the total fabrication for this. The total number of spaces here is 9. Your 1 dot will explain your number 8. 1 and 8, 9. Your 2 dot will explain the number 7. All your reverses will explain number 7. Now we're going to go down a level. Your 5 tells you about your 4, as your 4 tells you about your 5. It happens twice. When you put 4 over 5, you actually just see 55. But that 5, 4 that shows of each other is a reflection of 2 times 3, or 2 plus 3 equals to your 5. 2 times 2 equals to your 4. But 2 times 3 equaling to the 6, no. But the reverse dot that is included in the 5 is the reverse of the 6, creating the only 7 to the 7th gate that you can get, created from what we understood as 4 and 5 reversed to 3, because 3 and 4 is 7, 2 and 5 and 7, where they all fit between 1 and 6. It's very complicated, and it's just the truth of what they're speaking. Do you follow? The numeric value for the alphabet in news, okay, for NEW, okay, equals to the 42, which, and when you say the 9 lives of the cat, it fits perfectly, okay, N14, E5, W23, 37, 42. Okay, cat equals to 24. Don't add the S, otherwise you got 61. We're not looking for that. But we have 5 and 9, where number 14 creates that, which is also created in Pluto, which is our sun, which will create day and night. 8 times 4, 8 plus 4 equals to 32, equals to 12, equals to 44. Okay, and this equals to 16. And this 4 plus 4 equals to 8, equals to the 24th day, and 7, 1 and 6 equals to 7, 7 and 8, dividing of the 7th gates. How is this created? 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7, equals to 8, and this is 17Q. That is the queen. We shall stand. DNA spirit from the west, because it doesn't have EST on it, right? That EST would be the east. But this one must be the west. Do you follow what I'm saying? The queen from the west. Was it the wicked witch from the west? What was the Wizard of Oz about? You know, and if I want to know the Wizard of Oz about, it might be talking about the 7th gate, because we got to change numerological standards. We got to keep changing standards of our numbers. Our shapes, our dots, our lines, they can go everywhere, but words, they just don't travel the same distance. It's from the other side. So let's get back to finish off with Queen, so I can go and jump in the shower. There's just so much going on and how to connect the numbers, but there has to be a reason for it. When we look at it, and we say, okay, it's happened before. Where did it happen before? Once we find out it's happened before, now we have reason. Okay, once you have reason, you find more. You have conviction. John equals 11. Y's equals 11. I'm 11, 5, 11. And funny that when you reverse 11, 5, 11, okay, it becomes 22 to life. 1 of 22 to life becomes 414. And that is the king. 414. And there you go, 104. 414. I just said it right there, and you just knocked it up. 104 is communication. 1040 equals to Zion, Israel, the dividing of all. 0. OR is the gold, also running off of mass, because it's number 33, and ZE is number 31, and that is many things. I like to call it the cycle of man. because 31, 13, 31 or 31, 13, 31 or 13, 31, 13 is 5775. 555, and that's connecting of Ram. That's connecting of Earth and Mars. 125. First, let's look at it this way. 5 and 1 would be the Mars. 5 and 2 would be the Earth. 1 and 2, which is 1/2 or pi, and that's to me is the dividing, the energy, the E world. I still have to work on that because it takes 2 of them, 2 E's to create 10, and that's the jack. When you get the jack, it's the plug-in. You get the plug-in, you get the ABCD. It reminds me of the mirrored world where you go 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you did it. From here to here is 1. From here to here is 2. From here to here is 3. So let me look at that again. A, B, C. You have A, B, C, but you go from A to B is 2. Here to here is 2. Here to here. So when you go like this, right? Now, in order to create the fourth corner, so I touch this corner here, and this corner here. And then I run one line here, but I have to stop in the center. Check the distance out. This distance from this center here to here, and the center from this distance to here is the same. But what is the center? This line over here. I'm trying to understand the rectangle because they took that chessboard, okay? And what you do in this chessboard is we're going to take away this one here and this one here. And we're going to take away this one here and this one here. And we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to have 8, and we're going to have a band on the outside. Okay, how do I do this? I want to remove 2 rows all the way around, and we're going to have 2 bands all the way around. Maybe that's why they made this. Maybe there was a reason here because somebody had to find it. And if you really take a look at it, okay, it's chopped up into 36, 36, 36, and 36, 144. Now you go in the center and you take 36 and you live life in between. You leave 36, so you live life 108 on the outside, 36 on the inside. So are we living 108? Because 0 equals 6 be 168, and we'd have 168 hours into our week, and we don't get to run. This 36 in the center is lost. So of what we believe we're living as 168 hours a week is now lost, which is going to fall into how I calculate the 96 minutes per hour, 96 seconds per minute, in which is reduced to 90. We run at 90, we lose 6 to the clock. And the other 4, I believe it's either 6 to the clock, who is us, or it's ABC 10 angels that penetrates who we are. Because we have multiple numbers that associate to create who we are, other than number 28, human. Human is 29 to the birth. Yeah, human, imagine 29 to the birth for hue, the hue of light, to man 28, 28 and 29, 57. We've run back to the moon and the moon of Mars. 2 moons and 1 moon, 1 point and 2 bubbles, the hearts. Put 2 jacks together, creates a heart. So let's go on to 15104. In the beginning, my middle name has 2 in it. I was born the 240th day of the year. That means it's your birthday very soon because my birthday is 37 days after yours on day and DNA, absolutely. And it's te, and in the is he, absolutely. So why is it always male, right? First of all, I believe this, just like the eye, you know, the eye in the sky. Everybody knows the eye flips everything upside down. Now, guys and girls, please relax. You're not who you're supposed to be. You chose to be a girl when you're here, and you were a guy. You chose to be a guy, and now you're a girl. What happened? In the moon. Ask the moon. I am John Quinton Wise. I am John Christ. That's really cool. How do you figure I am? Well, you are, we are, because we are all I ams. We're all I ams. We're all yams. We're all yams. I mean, that's official. The first part of the alphabet, okay, is all I ams. You count up to 9, and then it's just like in pool. You count up to 9. First of all, we have to divide everything. Oh, I got a cramp.
We have to divide everything. 13 is the center letter of the alphabet. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Hold on a second. Hold on. Where's my cat? Cat. I whisper to my cat all the time. I try to see what I can, sometimes you talk to your cat or you talk to your animal and you try to see the movement on the face, if the lip shivers or something, or you touch him or her in a certain way, you stare at them. It depends on your conviction, of your belief, your understanding, of your visions. When you know the truth, you can do these things because your convictions become more powerful because you've seen and lived the part of what you feel is the truth, your belief, because it's already been out there. Anyway, so let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. So this, we're taking out 108. So the Monopoly board, okay, is 169 squares. It is one more square outside of here, but it also has this row over here. 12. Is this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, it's got 12 and 12, the Monopoly board. And what do you think's here? Yeah, 10. So if 10's here, 8 is here. Anybody looking to see why the octagon happens in October? Because if everything runs in pairs, 0 is nothing, but you put 2 zeros together, you got 8. Ooh, what does that mean? What does that mean? Where did I come from? Does that make any sense? So anyways, let's work on. We're going to go to the queen before I start fooling around anymore. If we start the queen over here, okay, and before I did it all wrong, I said 11 moves. This is a board 12 by 12. So if I put the queen right here, okay, that queen can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it was a real chessboard. It would only be 8. So she would be able to do, standing in the center of the chessboard, she'd be able to do 1, 2, 3. But don't forget, if the king's on the red, the queen's on the black. And if the queen's on the black, the king's on the red. Well, what about your opponents? Now we're starting to connect a little bit more. But let's stick to one side because I don't know too much about chess. So the queen, since the center one is the 5th one, right? The 4th one. Yes, it's 44. That's what it becomes. It becomes 44 for the queen. Just like the king is 44. They're both 44 numeric area space. Do you understand what I mean? Because you only get to use 4 squares. And when it's the 8, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be the whole board of the Monopoly board. So you'd go, here would be the king. Okay. It'd be 1 space, 2 spaces, 3 spaces, 4 spaces. So 4 spaces, 4 spaces, they would be heads up at 88. So the king stood over here, it can move 7. If the king moved over here, it can move 7. Now, if it was in between on its 4th space, it can move 4 more, meaning it already moved 3. 1, 2, 3. But if it only moved 3, that means it was standing on 1. So now if I know it's standing on 1, but it can move 1 through 7. So if it's standing on 1, you can move 1 through 7. Wouldn't that be a relationship to blackjack? Stand on 17. You can't do 18 because that's the heaven of birth. So you have to stand on 17. 18 is raw. 18 is in the 369 of creation of the energy, where 258 is the passage. So now we're going to do the last piece on the queen over here. Let's take the camera down. And if the queen was in a corner, okay, it would be queen 3, right? Queen 3 moves 1. The queen can only have 1 move, and that move is over here. The queen is diagonal. She can create an X. The king
is a star. I like to say the star of I didn't do that good. Don't like that. Not good. Ham, pork, pig, cochon. This word is a heater. Mercury is a motor. Somehow Venus divides day and night. This is questionable. We have to remember number 44. This is Venus 81. What I'm getting to over here is ham will represent a unicorn because it's ham radio frequency. Hertz. Thank you, Nikki. How do you write hertz down? Let me give me a second to ask Mr. PC. How do you write the word hertz? No, not that one. Hertz energy or vibration.
Here's a summary from Purely Simple Organic Living.
HZ.
Frequency, which is measured in hertz units, is the rate at which vibrations and oscillations occur. So, an atom that is vibrating at a faster rate would be considered a higher frequency than one that is vibrating at a much slower rate.
Okay, so now you know. We have H and Z. Pretty cool, eh? H and Z, right? 88, Pegasus. So wouldn't you rather have a square than a round, right? Rather have a square than a round. Here's Pegasus. And not only Pegasus, but it's also purple. It's also red and blue. So now we're going to go on here and we're going to go purple color rating.
The color purple scored 81% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, that's not what I want. The color purple. Color purple. There's a number for what? Let me see. Purple color palette. Anyways, there's a number that 470 purple colors. No. What color does what number does purple get? What is the color of purple hertz or dimension? I don't know. I can't figure it out. Anyways, there's a number for it. No. Okay, anyways, there's a number for purple, but I'm not going to get into that right now. And as you can remember at the beginning, we did number 34. 34 had an addition creating DC, okay, 24 and 10, 34. We didn't finish with it. Creates number 14, which is part of 7, which is part of 7 times 2, if you want to look at it that way. Hold on a second. The beginning of the word NI was a number, hold on. Oh boy, how far do I have to go back? Wow, I can't find it. Can't find it. And I'm just going to jump off the subject because I'm here for a second. If I count 1 through 9 and only get 45, that's not 100%. That's only 45. I have 2 sets of 9s I need to get to 90. Nothing starts until 90 and jumps in. A, B, C, D jumps in. 10. That's who we are. That's the jack plug. A, B, C, 6, the half-life. A, B, creation 3. We run 96 seconds is the clock. We are 16. The 1 in 6 half-life that creates all this. Anyways, I didn't want to jump into there because I know it's not a good explanation. Let's go back to the Queen and the King Star of Bethlehem. Ham is a ham radio. It's got one antenna. One antenna equals 2 unicorn. So we're going to use unicorn. Since I create Mars with 1 unicorn, I say Mars fits this formation. Pigs have a flat nose. Another way to look at the same situation in a reverse mode, and this also says this here is 35, Electric Company of Time Heaven of Earth, 2 and 5. There's something missing in here. The unicorn, yes, the unicorn also, okay, I need to look at it also as this. This is the Earth formation, okay? In the Earth formation, we have a unicorn because we have 1 single spot here. In the Mars formation, okay, here's the Earth formation. Numeric value of Earth, 52. I have to do it, okay, numeric value of Mars, 51. So this is showing me unicorn. King Star Bethlehem Ham, meaning 1 antenna, showing me unicorn. Now at the same time, okay, from that unicorn, I'm seeing the 1 dot in the center. What would that be? Would that unicorn be going through that 1 hole in the center of Earth, the 33 of life versus the 33 of mass creation versus 22 of Mars? This happens to be Jesus Christ, the cross of time. All these numbers are exact numbers of the valuation of the letters in the English alphabet. So what happens to the Queen now? When I put the Queen in this position over here, okay, the Queen can move 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Okay, did I do that right? No, I did not, because it's impossible, but it's impossible. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hold on a second. The Queen would have to be like this. This is the way the Queen has to be, right here. Queen has to be set up that way. I think I have to set up the King the same way. I'm going to explain this to you in a second. Okay, the Queen can only do this and only do this. If the Queen was sitting, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my board is off. My board can never be this. This can never happen on the board, but because of but it is there. So I'm going to just explain it as it is. Okay. I think I just have to redo the board and leave it. Hold on a second. Let me see this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, we can do this now. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Queen would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Queen would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Queen would be here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, this is really hard to put into its place on an 8 board, eh? This is an 8 board, remember. This is really freaky for me. I'm having trouble placing it. Anyways, okay, we're just going to, first of all, we're going to do it, go backlog, and we're going to do it simple. If the Queen was over here, it would have 7 moves to the other side, 7 moves. Okay, and it stands on 1 with 7 moves. That's my 17 gateway. It does it the other way. And then what it's going to be 2 and 6. Okay, wait, no. Standing on 2 and then 6. And then standing on 3 and 5. No, that's not the answer. Sorry. I'm working on this myself. I'm going to explain it in the center. It stands on 1 and it moves 7. Now, okay, what's going to happen? Okay, that's the maximum. Now what's going to happen is 1, stands on 1, and okay, and it moves 1. Okay, moves 1. So there are 6 left. Okay, and I want to do this all up to show all the possibilities, but the possibility from the queen in one corner will move 7. Now, if the queen was up at number 4 in the 4th position, the queen would be able to move, we're going to do it the way I said. In the 2nd position, she can move 6 and 1. Okay. In the 2nd position, she can move 6. In the 3rd position, she can move 5. Okay. And back 2. In the 2nd position, she can move forward 6, back 1. In the 4th position, she can move forward 4 and back 3. Did I get that right? Yeah, 2 back, 3 back. In the let me see if I can get again. In the 5th position, it can move forward 3 and back 4. This is where DC comes in. 5, 3, 4. That's the beginning of that one. Wow. Anyways, I'm going to stop with that. I just want to get the basic numbers out of this. And the basic numbers was 1 move over here and 7 moves over here. So it was 1 move and 7 moves. And that's what it was. That's what my queen can do. She can do exactly who she is, 1 and 7. And the king was, I'm trying to unscramble what the queen was. The king was, the king, oh yes, something else to do, something else. I got my whole equation wrong. I was working on something different. You see, the king has 8 places to move. The queen has 4 places to move, but she can move amongst the total board. Here is the queen, and here is the king. So one of my questions is, in order for it to become the king, did the king override the queen? Can it be a different kind of star system? Bringing the king and the queen together. Does it look like there's an X and a Y creating a child? I'm just thinking right now. I'm just thinking right now. So I'm a little bit all over the place. I got mixed up. Okay, the queen has 1 move, and here the queen would have 7 moves. Just let me see. No, okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about she can move in 4 ways. Moves 4. She can only go 4 directions. Queen moves 4. King moves 8. 48 is the sun, S-O-N. It is also 80 for Pluto. The mathematics that will create 44, creating 16 and 8, which is the difference between night and day and the gateway, which becomes 7 and 8. Okay, 4, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is created by the numeric value of queen, and it goes on, and I'm a little bit tired, and it connects, and don't forget, the alphabet also gets split up. It's A to M, and then you take the 6th and the 7th letter, and you bring them together as 13. 1 and 3 is 4. Or you can go backwards, and when you take the 6th and the 7th letter, if you were looking at it at gematria, okay, you would be able to take F, G, H together, and that's the division of the seventh gate according to the cube. Or you would be able to take STU together as 6, 7, 9, and that is 6, 7, 6, equaling to 19, equaling to the spirit. And again, back to the understanding of the 10 system, which I just want to finish one thing. You need 2 of these to create 90, plus another ABCD to create 10 to complete the 100%. Now, the Mayans had 18 months, I think, and 20 days a month. So it fits exactly into their explanation, where we have 18, and we need to add the 2 weeks of 10 and 10 to each of these weeks in order to end up with 18 months of 20 days for 360-degree turnarounds. Okay, I'm a little dizzy. Raphael, I'm going to look over everything that I can here. Yeah, they're funny. We just know if they're hungry. You just know, right? You just know. And Robin makes 5, and Yo comes 11, and the queen is always wins. The queen always wins. The queen always is the queen, the one that knocks out mostly everything. The queen always wins. Stand on 17. I like my video on. Let me see. Can I just take a look at something? This funny video. Okay, yeah, I got it. This is just a video of pigs that I sat down and talked to a bunch of years ago. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I still left out some stuff. The special blood, the rhinoceros, RNH letter coming together for saying Archer, which is the heavens of Ra. We spoke yesterday about the 147. Okay, letter is a total of 12, equaling to the letter L. Just going to do this one thing I did yesterday since you're still here. And we're just going to do the number bit. And here it's let's go A, G, and this is can I use P? I can use P. No, this is G. This, okay, says the gold. This is numeric value 33 for gold, 38. This is the letter 18, the letter R. The 12 is the letter L. So I like to put them together and say RAPHAEL. The center one is O, so I put the O. The O comes over here. Now, where can I find the I and the S for O Israel? Here's your I9. Here's your 6. Here's your 3. The whole totality returns to 3, 6. So I can get the I out of it. But what permits me to get the S Is it the greatest distance in the numbers here and here? Since I did this, why don't I do the greatest numbers? When I do the greatest numbers, I got S. When I do the greatest number, I get I. When I got the smallest number, I got A. So I'm just trying to think. But anyways, this is what it says. It basically says O Rael inside our numerological numbers. Raphael 72, 86, how old it may be. Thank you for watching.